So, okay, let's take a look at some stuff. So, former support Mickey X is set to join SK. So, I knew about this like a day, I guess, before it was announced. I think the jungler is staying the same. I don't know if this Ven thing is like real. I don't know if that's actually accurate. And then Wonder, yeah, Wonder, and then Leader. Dude, this team is literally Mickey and friends. Honestly, it might just be at the point where, from my understanding, the Fnatic and Mickey X mutually parting ways is because they didn't want to go, or what I was told is that Fnatic, like, basically some people just think that Fnatic doesn't actually care about winning. I don't think that the Fnatic roster had to be Leader and Wonder or like something like that. I was just told that Fnatic doesn't care about winning. Like, they're not actively trying to scout or pursue like top tier players, and they have their own interpretation of like what is a good player. And obviously that does not align with what some other top players. Oh wait, I'm gonna make DM you and Shrimp because he's awake. He can give you his code. Huh? Can't you use the code to get the ticket? Self. Nyokin can just sit together. Fuck, everything sold out so quick. That's for me. One. Okay. Cool. All right. So, anyways, the Mickey. Oh, let me do the pop out on this. Dude, I look. By the way, I know, like, I completely am aware that I am so fucking like mentally checked out from that game one. Like, holy fuck, dude. Hold on one second. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta close some stuff. Oh, Leader set. Yeah, I already react to Leader. So yeah, basically, from my understanding, is Fnatic just does not perceive elite, like getting elite tier players or anything like that. So with these roster changes, I think the whole inspired back to EU is just not going to happen. So Carmen Corp has kept Kana, right? So Kana, yeah, Carmen Corp has kept Kana. Carmen Corp is keeping Yike. So Carmen Corp. So if we look at like G2 summer 2025, right? So like let's look at all the teams again. I think there's no chance LEC summer 2025. I think there's no chance Inspired ends up going back to EU, even after what we just witnessed in this last game. So we know SK is done, right? SK is not a landing spot for Inspired. Navi is never going to be a landing spot for Inspired. A Team BDSM, never going to be a landing spot for Inspired. Team Heretics, never going to be a landing spot for Inspired. Team Vitality, never going to be a landing spot for Inspired. Okay, so we know none of these teams are going to be a landing spot for Inspired. MCOY, never going to be a landing spot for Inspired. Now Carmen Corp, not going to be a landing spot for Inspired. Fucking Giant X, never going to be a landing spot for Inspired. And now Fnatic, not going to be a landing spot for Inspired because Mickey X is now left. And then there's also potential that like Upset is going to get... It's just terrible. Like, so now we know it's literally just down to G2. And would they replace Skewmond? And then who else would they end up replacing in order to get Inspired on this team or something? Like, this is literally it. It just comes down to, does Inspired join G2 or not? And if not, then he probably just stays on FlyQuest or something. Like, I think that's like where we're at right now. Yeah, I think that's legitimately just where we're at. Okay. Yeah, I mean that was a terrible game one. Let's see the comment section here on fucking Reddit. I don't think there's any other there's no other like roster type stuff that's going on. Maybe Sven is leaving NA. I guess that's a possibility. It's already known APA is released. I think APA might end up going to like Brazil. Is something that could maybe end up happening. Like I think that's a legitimate thing. We don't know what like the new rosters in NA are going to end up looking like. We don't know if like Dokla is going to get re-signed or like something, you know, something like that. That's always a possibility somewhere, right? Shopify. I mean, there was the news article that like Carmen Corp, Team Liquid, and Shopify are like trying to bid for Quid. That's a really big upgrade for literally all of them. So I mean, we'll see what'll end up happening. Yeah, the race for Quid. So Yeah. Liquid Quid. Yep. Liquid. Oh, that's actually so fucking cool. That's actually so fucking cool. Casey can fuck off. Shouldn't have fumbled Vladdy. That was my first. Dude, they didn't fumble. Dude, can we stop? By the way, like I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, God, is it even? I don't even think it's my. I don't even think it's my place to say. I don't even think. Listen, look. Management is not behind why Vladdy is not on Karman Corp. That's it. There. Boom. Same exact reason why some of your fucking favorite players over the years were not cut by G2 management or like something like that. Look, there's other things at play here, okay? Like, T1 management is not behind some of the roster decisions. Like, how delusional are we, by the way? God, you're hearing about problems that are already fucking existing about Karman Corp in August, okay? Before anything has even really taken place entirely. Like, obviously there's like issues that are just being raised by other factors. Like, God, it's all fine. We're all fine. Shopify would quit instead of the worst mid in the region with complete with FlyQuest and make the region better for sure. Depending on the today's series, Fly might not even stick together for next year. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some other like rumors that are already happening too. Like, I think there's some thought that like Whippo might not stay in NA. So there's that. I mean, that's a real possibility. Yeah. Same exact thoughts that surround Inspired. Does Inspired go to Europe, right? That was like one of the really big questions this entire, leading into Worlds and off-season. And obviously, as the chips and dominoes continue to fall, it becomes more and more apparent that Inspired just doesn't have a landing spot because he's going to want like a super top tier team or something. So Whippo is an import on FlyQuest, right? So there is that, right? He's not NA resident. And also because he's not NA resident, he also has a little bit less value even to other NA teams. I think there's just a chance that Whippo, would want to return to Europe or something. I think that's always a possibility. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I have not talked to Whippo outside of like discussing like Mordekaiser and like some other champions so far this world. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, I mean, Connor re-signing for 2 years at Karman Corp, that's pretty good. The scary thing is like, what is Riot's contracts with everything through? Oh, yeah. Riot's contracts are through 2029, right, for all the leagues? So all the leagues are, and then also because of the European law that ended up getting passed, I think it's the European law. That prevents Riot from doing what Blizzard did to Heroes of the Storm. Anything that indicates like, years in the future is legitimate. So like people, I think, keep worrying about the leagues and like what's going to happen to certain leagues and stuff because of viewership. And does Riot do what Heroes of the Storm did at some point? And I think that's always like really scary. For some people, but I think no matter what, League esports is safe until 2029, at least 2029, and then from there I don't know necessarily what happens, because also at 2029, man, like think about it, right? Like everyone that started playing League is going to be in their mid-30s, right? Like when League came out season 1 or like beta, whatever, etc. They're going to be in their mid-30s at that point. And then a lot of the teenagers that were around for the boom, in 2014, 2015, 2016, etc. All the the 17 to like 22-year-olds, think about that. They're going to be in their early 30s to late 20s. Like viewership just gets very weird then. Just in general. Oh, that's cool. They're wearing Kinesio tape. But anyways, yeah, like viewership just starts to get really weird naturally. Now, it is interesting in that, like, StarCraft in South Korea, now this is also maybe just cultural, StarCraft in South Korea just has so many fucking viewers. It's just so weird. StarCraft 1. I'm talking about StarCraft 1. It just has so many viewers for the tournaments. Like, some of the StarCraft 1 tournaments has more CCVs than LCK. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, obviously, like, StarCraft 1 viewers are in their 40s and 50s. So, like, it's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, even some StarCraft 1 streamers, they just have so many fucking viewers, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like Korean, like they have more viewers than some like League of Legends streamers in Korea. And obviously, yeah, it's because they're iconic and stuff, but also it's because they, I don't know. This scene is so fucking parasitic, dude. Everyone's just a fucking cannibal. Everyone's a piece of shit, and not everyone. You know, I'm being too harsh, but like. The scene promotes cannibalization, and it's really weird.
Is just a really good Cassiopeia player regardless.
All right.
But I would expect that's more about...
Fly choose blue. Amazing.
Interesting. They remain permanent Dagos Caitlyn as well. He did perform very well on that one, but Dagos performed well on a lot of champions, so...
Yeah.